City Girls video, Twerk, featuring our favorite here at the show, Cardi B. I want you to see a couple images here. This is all we could show from this new video that's taken the nation by storm. Everybody loves the beat. A lot of people love the video. We couldn't show you what we really wanted to show to give you an accurate depiction of what this video is.
It'd be a lot of blurred.
A lot of booty. It's a whole lot of twerking. I'm talking about hordes of women twerking.
That was me back in 2005.
Times 150.
I'm a different woman now, guys.
There you go. So my question is, we couldn't, like I said, we couldn't show you the actual video, but it's pretty graphic in nature.
Yeah.
Is the twerking in this video too much, and does this push the Me Too movement and elevating women? Is it a step back for them, or is this empowering, and should this be something to be celebrated from women?
I think if anything, it's a step forward, because the Me Too movement is all about not being violated, right? And so you showing your body no matter what you're wearing, yeah, you got to know it's going to get some attention, but that doesn't give anyone the right to touch you or to violate you or to treat you inappropriately just because of what you're wearing. So there's no way I would push it back. For the record,
though, it wasn't going that route. Nobody said you're asking to be raped or sexually harassed.
No, but that's what people who do that, that's the excuse that they make a lot of the time, which it's not a valid excuse.
No, 100%. But I guess I'm coming from the lane of, is this a good look? As we have Cardi B and we're celebrating her at the top of the week for coming at, President Trump and the administration and what's going on, it's like, this is great. Everybody should rally behind this. And at the same time, she's got a video where she's down on the floor with her face on the ground and her booty up in the air and surrounded by other women doing it. I think the messages are conflicting. If I had a young girl, I would not want her seeing something like this. My young child, my 11-year-old boy, I don't want him seeing stuff like this. I think it sends the wrong message. And you know me, I'm not a very conservative guy when it comes to these kind of things. I just thought it was
I'm shocked that you're saying this.
I thought it was a bad look. I was just thinking, like, we want to uplift women, and here's a bunch of women sticking their butts in the air, and that's all the video is the entire time. Like, in this time where we're trying to elevate women, why not take a different route? Why not have a video of empowering women rather than dancing with your booties in everybody's faces? I didn't like it.
So I am super torn on this topic because I feel like part of this movement that we're talking about, this feminist movement, we're talking about the Me Too movement, I think part of that is having the choice to do what you want to do with your body and to not have to explain it or be judged by it or to stick up for yourself because of it. So I'm really torn in the same breath. I could say that it wouldn't be me in the video. It wouldn't be my child in the video. It wouldn't be, anyone in my close circle in the video. So I'm really torn. Maybe the question is like, is this respectable or not? Maybe that's the question. But, I feel like we have to allow women to do what they want to do with their bodies.
Yeah.
It kind of goes
What's interesting is that, for so long people complained about men objectifying women, and women are choosing to still objectify themselves. Now, you look on the Instagram Explorer page, and women are just like, they're putting it all out there. It's the Kylie Jenner effect, and the Kardashian effect. Everyone is putting it out there, even though it's not like men that we can blame for that anymore. So I kind of see what both of you are saying. I just think that's just what I like about Cardi B, that she can talk about the government shutdown, and then she can still shake her butt.
I think you should still, at the end of the day, have class. Cardi B did have a response. She said this. She says, it says to women that I can wear and not wear whatever I want, do what I want, do whatever I want, and that no still means no. So, Stephanie, chime in. If I twerk and be half naked, does that mean I deserve to get raped and molested? I want to know what a conservative woman like you thinks. So I think that's kind of echoing what you guys are saying here. Women should be able to, wear what they want and behave like they want. 2 Live Crew, when I was coming up, there's a big issue with how these guys were carrying on stage as young black men, gyrating and doing all this and over-sexualized, and how it was a bad look for young black men and it was sending the wrong message. And I think, look, I'm all about anybody, man, woman, black, white, being able to express themselves however they want. But I do think there should always be an underlying sense of class with how you do some of that stuff. That's just me. I'm not saying that's the right answer. I just know when I saw it, I felt uncomfortable. And I didn't think it was the best look.
Jordan.
Look at Jordan, such a dad.
Conservative.
Look, I like a sexual side to everybody, but there's a way to just...
It's aggressive.
It's overdoing it. Like, it's literally like, look at this video, don't look at these women's faces, look at their behinds the whole way through.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's all women doing
not to be on my vacation then.
No, see, and I don't want to get the message like convoluted here. I still like If you're twerking, one person's twerking in a video, fine. It's just that's all it was. It was 100 women.
So
twerking.
what? You want a 5, 6, 7, 8 robot,
Okay.
a pop car? I mean, what can we do?
I'm not gonna
I
live
still
on
can't
this
get
one.
over that Felicia said this was her in 2005.
Right?
What?
I've gone on my soapbox, so now I'm vulnerable for any shots to come my way. I understand. All right, so what do you guys think about this one here? Keeping secrets from your significant other. Some people, it happens in a lot of relationships. They call them either the white lies or the heavy lies, whichever way you go on that side. But it's okay to keep some things away from your partner because it's better off that way.
So secrets like what? Because I do think a certain level of privacy. So what's initially popping in my head right now, like I don't tell my husband everything about my friends. You know, I feel like there's some things that are just for me. There's some things that are just for my girls. Like he doesn't need to know everything.
Sure.
So are we talking about withholding information or a secret?
Maybe perfect. Let's throw out some examples. Like you both are working people in your relationships. You both contribute money to the household. Is there some money that you keep to the side that they don't need to know about?
So we don't share our money because we're not married. And even if we were married, I don't think we would. That's a topic for another day. But this actually came up last night because he knows how much money I make, but he just got a job offer and accepted it, and he's not telling me how much he's getting. He's like, just know I'm happy with it. And he's like, I just don't want you to be able to comment and say like, oh, you don't want to spend money on this, but you're making this much.
There you go.
So I have no idea, and I kind of like it, but I just wish that he didn't know that about me. Now he knows my cards.
But do you use that for ammunition though? You can't use
I don't. But
You're always talking about ammunition.
No, we have
That's what
gotten
she
into,
just said.
We
She
have
just
gotten
said
into
that,
money
though.
discussions before.
Yeah.
And I know that's like the number one thing that breaks people up. So I guess he's trying to prevent that from happening.
I think it's interesting, Felicia, the path that you went down in terms of certain things about your friends. It's not necessarily his business because you probably don't want him to judge them, or if you're around them, then he has a certain opinion of what might be going on or what kind of influence they are, right? Is that kind of what
I just don't think that your partner needs to know everything about you.
I agree.
Like, I feel like there's a certain level of privacy. Like, we don't have each other's passcodes to each other's phones. Like, there's no reason that we can't, but it's just something that we don't do. Like, there's no concern or a need to do it. I still feel like even though we're married, we're together, and, you know, the Bible says that two flesh become one, we're still our own individual people, and we still have our own individual lives. Now, I'm sure there's some white lies here and there that we don't have to necessarily bring that up to the group, but
like to me,
what?
it's interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carly. Oh, I did share one on the show. I remember when I dropped his Hot Pocket on the floor. There was only 2 Hot Pockets left.
You still gave it to him?
I mean, I'm not going to say whether I did or
I think
I
you're
didn't.
fine with that. To me, as a guy,
What about you? Yeah.
To me, as a guy, it's almost like, you know, let's say you go on that bachelor party, and one of the guys does something they shouldn't be doing, or the stripper's involved. Well, to me, some of that stuff that happens, and
Where
if
you
she's,
going,
if she's
Jordan?
watching, I'm gonna get in trouble here. But if I'm there and I know I'm carrying myself in the utmost respect for our relationship, and I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm not putting myself in a bad spot, then does she need to know that a stripper was at that bachelor party? Does
That
she?
makes me so mad just hearing you talk
I'm
about
not,
that.
hold on,
Really?
hold on.
Yeah.
If I'm not
I
engaging,
hate the idea of that.
okay, well, I'm just throwing out examples. If I'm not engaging with that stripper, if I'm not doing anything, I'm just there going along with it. Do I need to mention that? I don't know. I
If
probably
she
will.
asked you, you should probably answer
True.
honestly.
Oh, always. Not
But
lying.
I wouldn't volunteer something that you know is going to upset them.
100%. But going even further, if a guy who's married that's there and does something he shouldn't do, I'm not gonna spread that. That's not my story to tell.
See, that's that guy code thing now.
I don't respect it. I'm not covering for them.
That's that
I just
guy
don't want to
code.
put that out there. It's just bad karma. I don't need to be involved. My name's Bennett. I ain't in it. Kind of deal. That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
I don't think
Have you ever
female
heard that
friendships
phrase
work
before?
like that.
Well, that's a conversation I think we should have
Yeah,
another
I
time.
think that's really interesting.
All right. Either way, just do the right thing, everybody. You don't have to worry
right thing.
about this. I want to talk about this one. Gender reveals is all the craze.
Yeah.
So check this out. Villa Italian Kitchen is offering a gender reveal lasagna that gives parents-to-be a cheesy surprise. So as you see right there, clearly they're having a boy because the cheese line inside is blue.
That's a little green.
They're looking really excited.
It doesn't look appetizing, whatever the heck it is. So the question is, you guys, have these reveals gone too far? Are you a fan of them? Do you attend gender reveal
I'm
parties?
a big fan of gender reveals. I think it's so cute. It's such a good way to get all of your friends and family on board with you, and it just makes it really over the top. It would make me nervous if I was really gunning for one gender, like if I really wanted a girl and it turned out to be a guy. I would be very nervous about how my face looked. So I don't like the idea of having to pretend yourself if you're disappointed
it's
or
funny
something.
you say that because before we hear from Felicia, there's actually a reaction like this from a Boston Celtics
let's check
NBA
it out.
basketball star, Gordon Hayward. He clearly wanted a boy, and you can tell by this reveal that we're about to show you. Take a look.
Oh, it's a girl. Whoa!
You want a girl?
Bernie, you were right.
Is Daddy happy?
Daddy's always happy.
My man
They're
showed his
usually so
scars.
much more celebratory than
Yeah, no, if I was going to do a gender reveal, I would seriously have to like prepare myself because I think many parents have a preference. Of course, you want your baby to be healthy, but I think there's a small preference to whether or not you want a boy or a girl. You know, if you could design your perfect world.
What do you want first?
Oh, I want a boy. I want to have a little teddy. And my gender reveal, you guys, Chicago is going to be turned out. I'm calling Sears Tower, the Willis Tower. I'm calling a Prudential building. I want all their lights to go pink and blue. And then at midnight, it's going to come out and the city's going to go wild. It's going to be perfect. Doesn't that sound amazing?
That sounds ridiculous.
What?
That sounds
I
crazy.
am all for
What about
gender
you,
reveal
Jordan?
over the top. Get excited.
Gender reveals weren't a thing. At least I don't think 11 years ago when
I feel like they're a pretty new phenomenon.
which I guess now would have been 12 years ago. Yeah, so it wasn't an option then. I think they're stupid. But just so you know, I feel like in a year from now, we're going to be rolling tape of my gender reveal because I know my fiance, soon-to-be wife, is probably going to be
they're
all
so
about
fun.
something like
You know
that.
what I think I would
should
do?
not be invited to their gender reveal.
I think
I'm
if
not
it
showing
was
up.
me,
By Jordan.
I would look first. Like, I would want to know what it was and then let everybody else be surprised by it and just act surprised.
Yeah, I would have to know.
Well, even going further, there's some people who don't want to know the gender of their child at all before it's born.
Yeah, I have a friend that's doing that right now. She did it for her first child. She's having her second child, and she's like, we love the moment of the man being the one that like looks and reveals it and announces it to everybody so he can take part. And they feel like because she's the one carrying the baby and going through that experience, they want that to be a surprise too. So totally opposite direction.
I couldn't do it for the first one because I need to be able to plan. I need to know, are we buying pink or blue, yellow or green?
Yeah.
I need to be able to plan. Like
Yeah.
at least for the first one,
and the Sears Tower,
Yeah.
and everybody, Hancock, they need to know.
I mean,
You gotta
that's
shut the
really-
city down for
That's
Felicia's.
tough to call the Willis Tower when you're like in labor.